For those who have no idea, me and Murph will be live here in about 15, 20 minutes breaking down the Raiders off season. But we got some breaking news according to Jordan Schultz. Breaking: former Bengals linebacker Germaine Pratt is signing a one-year deal worth up to $4.78 million with our Raiders. Pratt started all 17 games last season and is coming off of a career-high 143 tackles to go along with 2 picks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumbles. According to Jordan Schultz, sources say Germaine Pratt had a very hot market after being released by the Bengals and had several teams interested in him. The Raiders ultimately made the most sense with the opportunity he'll have with Pete Carroll and DC Patrick Graham's defense. Salute to the chat and salute to our Raiders making moves. Breaking news: our Raiders have went out and signed newly free agent linebacker Germaine Pratt. I believe he's 29 years old, coming over from the Cincinnati Bengals. This is big news for our Raiders, you guys. I love this move. You add him with the Landon Roberts. You brought over Devin White on a non-guaranteed one-year deal, a prove it deal. Now Tommy Eichenberg, has another year to develop. We also have Amari Gainer, Ferrari in the mix as well. But I love this pickup, you guys. What do you think in the comments section? This is big. Me and Waster were talking about this the other day on the show. We talked about Jalen Ramsey and Jair Alexander, but this is big news coming out of Las Vegas, coming out of Henderson. Our Raiders signed linebacker Germaine Pratt, 1 year worth up to $4.78 million. This is a guy that can start for you from the jump. I mean, honestly, you guys, he will be the starter. He will be starting at linebacker. There's no questions about this. He is probably the best linebacker on this roster. Not naming Landon Roberts. I mean, and you can kind of debate those two as well. But this is a great move by our Raiders, and inexpensive, a 1 year, 4.78. This is a prove it year for Germaine Pratt. I know he wants a bigger deal. I know he wants a few years wherever he goes next, but this gives the Raiders an opportunity, to go out there, see what he has, and we can potentially give him an extension during the season or after the season is up. What do you guys think about this move, man? I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm hearing also that we have some potential corner help coming in. It looks like Shaquille Griffin, corner, former Seattle Seahawk, that also played under Pete Carroll. It will be coming in for a visit here very soon, so stay tuned for that. Our Raiders are making moves, you guys. You love to see it. Salute to the chat once again. We'll stick around for a few minutes, but we do have a live setup here in about 15 minutes, you guys, so stay tuned for that. Get some questions in. Let's talk a little bit before we make this move. But you love to see it, man. Shaquille coming in for a visit. Germaine Pratt just signed to the Raiders, 1 year, up to $5 million, somewhere in that range. I love the move. And yes, Knight, he was a captain in Cincinnati. He wanted a new deal. They went out and signed 2 new linebackers, some young guys, some fresh bodies in the draft. Brought in 2 guys, Demetrius Knight, I believe, from South Carolina, and I believe they brought the kid in from Clemson, Carter, as well. So you love to see it, man. This defense is starting to pick up, you guys. I'm hearing great things about the offense here at minicamp and OTAs, hearing really good things about the defense as well. But this adds so much more value to this defense going into training camp very soon, bringing in the likes of a Germaine Pratt, a guy that has been a captain, a guy that has a ton of experience at the NFL level, started a ton of football games. He is coming in to essentially be probably your best linebacker right now on this roster. I love it, man. I love it. Dawson says, Docs with the breaking news. Salute to my guy, man. That means he was a leader. This is facts, and this is a guy that is definitely going to come in and help this defense from day one. You love to see it, man. You love it. Wipe them feet, y'all. We got over 300 people in the building, only 45 likes. Wipe them feet. Get them thumbs up. Breaking news. Our Raiders have went out and signed linebacker Germaine Pratt. Once again, he was just released from the Bengals a few days ago. This is massive news coming out of Henderson. And this was Jordan Schultz on the case, the first to break the news. Let me see, man. Salute the Braves. Salute to Abusive Raider. Dawson, Raiders are starting to gel and to be formed. Man, yes, you love to see it. Salute the Just Raiders, baby. Salute to all the Green Dot Gang heavy in the building. My boy LV Goldie, 702. Salute to you. Salute to the Mokes as well, man. But once again, man, yeah, Germaine Pratt's in the building. And it looks like we will be bringing in Shaquille Griffin for a meeting here as well. So stay tuned for that. Veteran corner has a ton of experience with Pete Carroll out there in Seattle. You love to see it, man. Our guys are doing their due diligence. And if we signed Griffin, I mean, it's a foregone conclusion, you guys. I don't think we're going to make the move for Jalen Ramsey. I don't think we'll make the move for Jair Alexander as well. This guy has a ton of experience, once again, in that system from his time in Seattle. There is rumors and some reports that came out that the Pittsburgh Steelers may be looking at Jalen Ramsey and Jair Alexander. It sounds as though they've kind of done their due diligence on both of them. So it sounds like one of those guys may potentially be a Pittsburgh Steeler very soon. But, man, you love it, man. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. Once again, you guys, breaking news. Our Raiders have signed veteran linebacker Germaine Pratt, freshly released from the Cincinnati Bengals. He said, great out gang, you stupid. All want to come and compete. This is facts, USMC. Lecky says, I'm sorry, but Spytech is doing more than Tom Telesco. Man, talk that talk. I'm not here to bash Tom Telesco at all. I think he made some good moves for us. I know a lot of people are complaining about the Christian Wilkins signing. Who would have seen this coming, you guys? Injuries happen in the NFL. It was the splash of our free agency period last year. It was the right move to make. Nobody saw this coming, so I'm not going to beat him up about that pickup. But, the quarterback position, Tom Telesco kind of fumbled that. But once again, he thought he had some time in order to get this thing together in Las Vegas before he was let go eventually. Let me see. Salute to Marcus Banks. Appreciate you, brother. Cisco, he's very good. This is a great move from our Raiders bringing in Germaine Pratt. Definitely, man. Definitely. I think he was top 10 in tackles in the NFL last year. So a guy that is a tackling machine and once again brings a ton of experience and a leader, a captain in that Cincinnati locker room. So you let us see it, man. Let me see. Salute to my guy 2-4 in the building as well. Once again, you guys, we're going to be live here in about 10 minutes with my brother Murph for him and Swag, my guys, put on a great show over there at Murph's Fan Cave. So make sure you guys go over there and hit the subscribe button over there as well. Phantom, man, I think it's a good move. I don't know if you go get Shaquille Griffin and he ends up being a star for you. I don't think that's what we're going to get out of him at this point. Let me see something real quick. I want to see. I believe he's well over 30, right? And I know he's 29. He'll be 30 in July. He's dealt with some injuries. I know he's dealt with some things, but this is a guy that, played the majority of his career in Seattle, and then went to Jacksonville, played in Houston, played in Carolina, and was in Minnesota last year. But a guy that can play on the right side, play on the left side, and once again adds, some veteran leadership in that room because once again, we have a ton of young guys out there. Jacorian Bennett, he talked a lot about that shoulder injury. He's finally healthy, which is great. But we got a bunch of young guys out there. Darian Porter, Eric Stokes, DCam, Darnay Holmes, so on and so forth. So the 6', 198-pound corner will be definitely welcomed into Las Vegas to help get that thing together out there in that secondary. Definitely, man. Let me see. Get a few more questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. Once again, we will be live here in a few seconds. Maybe Germaine can bring some of that playoff experience to the Raiders. I mean, we know him very well. He was the guy that picked off DC to end that wild card game, that eventually that eliminated us that year. And then Cincinnati went on to the Super Bowl where they eventually lost to the Rams in a very close game in that Super Bowl. But yes, Germaine Pratt, we're very familiar with him. He was the guy that definitely picked off DC to wrap that game up. Yes, we just signed Germaine Pratt, 1-year deal. And once again, salute to our guy, Jordan Schultz over there. He was the first one on the case. 1 year up to $4.78 million. And I'm assuming that comes with, production and playing time and so on and so forth. But once again, coming off a big season where he played and started in all 17 games for the Cincinnati Bengals, career high, 143 tackles, also 2 picks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries as well. So definitely adds a ton of value to what we're trying to do. And now it turns one of our biggest weaknesses, that room, that linebacking core. We were very nervous about the second level of our defense. I'm not as nervous anymore with Germaine Pratt and Landon Roberts. This is going to be a fun room to watch with Pratt, Roberts, Devin White, and I think now, once again, Devin White's going to be a guy that's going to go get after the quarterback a ton. You know what I mean? So, and this also allows Tommy Eichenberg and and Ferrari, Amari Gaynor to develop a little bit more. You don't have to rush them out there to be starters in year 2. So I love this move, you guys. Wipe them feet, man. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, what are you guys waiting on? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got the lights on. I'm in the green screen right now, getting ready for this live. But once again, had to do this real fast. You guys had to talk about the new addition. Once again, we've been talking about Germaine Pratt a ton. And man, the Raiders made the move. And it looks like there was a ton of teams. It was a hot market, according to Jordan Schultz, with Germaine Pratt, but he eventually signed with us. I assumed maybe between us and the Indianapolis Colts, Lou is out there as former defensive coordinator. They can use another linebacker out there. I thought eventually it was going to be between the Indianapolis Colts and us, and boom, he's a Raider. You love to see it, man. You'll love it. Let me see. Oh, man, if you got Vita Vea, that'd be phenomenal, Lecky, but Tampa Bay's not going to move on from him. Salute to the Jersey King. My brother Brandon's in the building. Mondo, salute to you, brother. Far from perfect, but this guy can hit and play. Alec, this is facts. I mean, look, dude, that linebacking core got better. I'm not here to complain. I'm not here to act as though, we just signed Brian Urlacher or no shit like that. But once again, Germaine Pratt is a baller. He's a leader. He's a captain. This is a guy that's going to add a ton of value and a ton of experience to that room. So I don't know where this has Jalen Smith. Maybe he eventually ends up cut. The veteran had a ton of injuries, took last season off completely. He's over 30 years old, so I don't know if he makes this roster now with the addition of Germaine Pratt. But once again, you want as much competition in that room as possible. So, you love to see it, man. He's 29 years old. He's 29 years old. So, man, big move. Big move from our Raiders. Once again, you guys, pull up. We will be live here in about 8 minutes. Me and my brother Murph breaking down everything, and we'll talk a lot more about this addition to our defense as well. I just wanted to do a quick video real fast, the video before the video. So stay tuned, you guys. Go over to the other video that's already uploaded and ready to go. We'll be live here in about 7-8 minutes. Love you guys, man. Breaking news. Our Raiders went out and signed veteran linebacker, free agent, Germaine Pratt. Beautiful move from our Raiders. I'll see you guys soon.